We're only going to be using double crochet and chain stitch for this skirt, and you want to start off by making a slip knot. Then you make a chain that can stretch out to your hip measurement. I did a chain that was in multiples of 13, so I ended up doing 156 chains in total. And this chain that I made stretched out to my client's hip measurement, which is 44 inches. So when you want to measure it, by the time you must have done the chain, you want to fold the chain into two. This makes it easier for you to measure it on the tape, because if you decide to measure it without folding, it's going to be too long and it might be difficult. So this is what I did. I folded it equally into two like this, and then the next thing I did was to place it on my measuring tape and stretch it out. So I stretched it out. You can see that before stretching it out, it was not up to 22 inches, it was 17 inches. You can see that. So by the time I stretched it out, it stretched out exactly to 22 inches. And because it's folded into two, that means this chain is as long as 44 inches. After doing that, after you must have measured it, you insert your hook back, and then you just make sure that the chain is not bent or anything like that. Just straighten it throughout, and you do that all the way till you get to the other end of the chain. When you get to the other end of the chain, you insert your hook, and then you use a slip stitch to join the two ends of the chain together so that you can have something round. So this is what I did. I inserted my hook like that, and then I joined the two ends with a slip stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then tighten. That is it. After joining the two ends together, you're going to chain two. So 1 and 2. This chain two serves as a double crochet, so you're going to put another double crochet in the chain beside it. So just like you can see, I am putting a double crochet in there. If you are not familiar with how to do a double crochet, I have linked a video on the upper right corner of this one you are watching, and then you can watch that tutorial for absolute beginners on how to do simple basic stitches. So after doing the 2 double crochets, you want to go ahead to chain 13. So this is me doing the chains of 13. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. After chaining 13, you're going to skip 11 chains, and then in the 12th and 13th chains, you're going to put 1 double crochet each. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So in the 12th and 13th chains, you're going to put 1 double crochet each. So this is the 12th chain that I'm touching right now. You're going to put 1 double crochet inside there, like so. Insert your hook and then put a double crochet inside there. So you put 1 double crochet in the next chain, which is the 13th chain. So you are going to repeat that. You chain 13, skip 11 chains. In the 12th and 13th chains, you insert 1 double crochet each. So let me show you that again. Chain 13 here, like so. Skip 11 chains, and then in the 12th and 13th chains, you insert 1 double crochet each. So that makes sense right now. So I'm just going to repeat this pattern of chaining 13, skipping 11 chains. In the 12th and 13th chains, you insert 1 double crochet each. So you do that all the way around this foundation chain till you get to this other side. So I have finished row 1, and this is what row 1 looks like. So all that is left for me is to slip stitch here, slip stitch in this mesh hole, and then begin row 2. So to end row 1, after chaining 13, I'm going to I have 13 chains left on the main work, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to go ahead to end row 1 by slip stitching in between these 2 double crochets here. So I'll just put my hook in between them, and then I'll go ahead to do a slip stitch to join it. So after doing that slip stitch in this mesh hole, I'm going to do 6 slip stitches in this mesh hole. So this is 1, 2, let me zoom up. Okay, this is 3, 5, and 6. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Chain 13, slip stitch in between these 2 double crochets, then 6 slip stitches in this mesh hole here, and we've ended row 1. So that is how to end row 1. So from row 2 down to the end of this project, that's where like it's as long as you want it to be. The rows are going to be repetitive and it builds up very, very fast. That's why I love this mesh stitch, because it's a mesh and it's cover up, so it shouldn't take time at all. So for row 2, you're just going to chain 2, and this chain 2 serves as a double crochet. Then you go ahead, put 1 double crochet again, so that makes 2 double crochets. So after doing 2 double crochets, you're just going to chain 13, and after chaining 13, I'll go ahead to put 2 double crochets in this mesh hole. So this is basically it. For row 1, I explained how to do row 1. Then for row 2, I'm going to be working in the mesh holes. So this mesh hole, this mesh hole, this, in all the mesh holes. Then when I get to this point, when I put 2 double crochets in here, I'm going to chain 13, and then I'm going to slip stitch, and I'm going to do exactly, so I'm going to be slip stitching here. So I'm going to be doing exactly what I did for row 1, but I'll just finish this row, show you how to end row 2 again, and then you repeat row 2 for the remaining rows, and then you stop when the skirt is as long as you want it to be. So I'll chain 13, put 2 double crochets in this mesh hole, 1 and 2. Just going to repeat that, then I'll meet you at the end of row 2. So I have gotten to the end of row 2, and this is what it looks like. I have already chained 13, so all I'm just going to do is I'm going to slip stitch the same way to end row 2, and I'm going to put 6 slip stitches in here, and that ends row 2. Then I'll start row 3 by repeating what I did in row 2, and that is all. So if you do not remember, if you are confused, you can just rewind this video and watch how I did row 2, and you would properly understand what to do. So you just go ahead to do 6 slip stitches, and that will be the end of row 2. Then you go ahead to complete this pattern, and I'll see you when I'm halfway through with this skirt. Okay, and 6. All right, so this is where I have gotten to. I am almost through with this project. So I am on the 23rd row, and I'm just going to I'm on the 23rd row, and I'm just going to slip stitch to join as usual, and then just do the 6 slip stitches, then do is chain 1 and fasten off my hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I'll chain 1 to secure the slip stitches, pull up the loop, and then just cut this off and fasten up. So this was just me showing how long the skirt looked like. I could not put it on because this outfit is for a client, so I just had to like just put it on my body for you guys to see, and then you can see how long it looks. So I'm just going to do the mesh work or the mesh pattern until it is as long as you want it to be, and that is all about the skirt. It stretches so well. It has a very good stretch. It might look really slim and tiny, but by the time you put it on, it is going to stretch out, provided you initially made a chain that was long enough to stretch to the hip measurements that you want it to be. So I was just showing you where it was going to stop. You can make it longer, depends on what you want. This skirt has a matching bra. I made a bra and panties for my clients. So if you always struggle with making the perfect bra cup, then you should watch this video that I have linked here in the upper right corner, and it's going to really help you in achieving that perfect and precise bra cup for any size or any bust size at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to ask your questions if you have any, or if you are confused about anything, and I'll be more than happy to respond. See you guys in my next video. Bye.